Good morning. For the last 2 days I've been making a really big mess, but I think it's a fun mess. So I am making a Counterfeit 49 and Market Ephemera Pack. So I'm going to start right here. They have these little things that look like they're pulled out of a spiral or part of a spiral. So I just made one. So I've got that. And so I'm just going to show you the different things I've done. Now I did not have one of these or anything that looked quite like it. So I don't have that today. I'll tell you, I've had like envelope paper, and I could have swore it was in my vintage stuff, but I could not find it, so I don't have that today. And I have pulled a cover off a book, but I don't have that today either. But this here, it looks like it's just like a scrap from a what I want to say, like a dictionary or from a botanical book. And so I'm sure a lot of us have, like these kind of things. If you've collected any vintagey stuff for a while, I have this one here. It looks like it's from a dictionary, and this one here. So it'd be easy for me to just, cut out a rectangle or tear it out like the one that I used in the, well, I didn't tear it out, but it looked torn, the one that I used in the Winter's Day layout. Okay, so we have that check. Okay, I did not cut out any flowers, but you know that if you have any, what I want to say, the Mente, it's like, I've been thinking about this, I can't hardly think about anything else. I'm so excited to do this. So, if you have Mente paper, you have flowers, and I have lots of flowers, so I have not done that. I did cut out one little flower, and I have some punched out butterflies and stuff. But then also like the money register. Now I do not have a money register, but I do, or like a bill. But I did have these little cards that look like library cards, and I actually just printed these out and cut them out, and it was this here. It's called Love This Journal's Life, and it's by Penny Black, and I got this on Amazon, I'm pretty sure, and so I'll link that below if you're interested. Okay, so I made a white one, a peachy pink one, and this is like first generation stamp, the second generation stamp, and here's another first generation stamp. And then I did one in pink. Now this was such flimsy paper that when I cut it, I tore it a little bit, but that kind of makes the beauty of it. And then I had this one that I printed on this pink paper with little white flowers. So I thought that was really cute. Oh, now I've got to keep these separated. Okay. So also these little like slide photo frame type things. Oh, what did I do with those? Okay. So I have a die, and it is this one here, and it's by We Are Memory Keepers Revolution. So this is what you got with that kit, and I gave one of those away in the giveaway. And so I made some of those, and now mine are not, none of them are doubled like the one that I showed you that I'm totally lost now. Oh, it's over here. I just made singles because I don't have this little double thing. So I made this, and then I inked it, and I'll show you how I inked that in a minute. And then I made one that I just cut out of this paper. It was a floral. I thought, oh, that's fun. Now, I had gotten rid of a bunch of my scraps, so I didn't have as many scraps, but most of them were like super thin. Okay, and this actually was from another one I did, but it's cut out of the middle, and it was still nice and square, so I went ahead and put that in my kit. And here's the one that was in the middle of that. Oh, and here's this one that was in there, so that fit real well, and it was a nice shape still. The other one I cut out, it was like too thin, so I didn't use it. So I have 3 like this, 2 are the bigger size, and then I did these colors. And I kind of did the peach, these like corally colors, just because I know I have them a lot. And now this one here that I took and painted it so it looked a little more like this. Now I did not stamp words on it, but you can. But to do this, I just took, and you could do it before or after you cut it out. But what did I do with my plain piece of paper? Oh, I can use this here. Okay, so I have this, and now I lost my little scrap that I was doing my work on. I thought I was all prepared, maybe not. Okay, what am I gonna work on? I'll just work on this. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it this way. So I took one of my inks, and let's see, I've got speckled egg here, and what other colors do I have right here? Maybe I'll do a red. Okay, so I did a pink, I did another color. Oh, I did this one here. So I did a different shape. And this one I did some inking and then a couple different stamps. So let's try the red, because I think that will be fun. And I just have these Tim Holtz things, and I have a different sponge on each one. So I just pull it out and then use that. Okay, pull something out. And I kind of just went diagonal. And then sometimes I dipped a little harder and did some, so it kind of had a watercolor effect. I thought about doing some watercolor on it, but if I'm going to do watercolor, I think I want to get a watercolor paper, and I think I have some around here, unless I give it to one of the grants, because it's not something that, you know, I really do. So now this one, it looks like somebody just smudged their lipstick on it. But I'm going to keep it up anyway. Now this is a lot bigger, but it will be a little easier to look at. Okay. And then when I was done with that, I took one of these here, and this is from Stampin' Up, and it is like their laces. Now the first time I used this wider one, but I think I would like to try this one, because I haven't played with these yet, except for when I was using this the other day, or yesterday actually. And that fit across there? Oh, probably good enough. Okay. And I noticed when you got a big stamp, it's just easier if you stamp on the stamp rather than do it the other way around. Okay, and then I kind of, you could go on it straight on, but I kind of went sideways. And kind of here and there. And I did the first generation and some second generation on it. Still stamping really good. Okay. And just kind of, you know, it didn't care how it turned, if it turned out perfect or not. Okay, and then where's the other thing I took? Okay. And then I have another stamp that looks like this too, that looks a little more realistic, but I was trying to play with things I haven't played with. So this is a stamp, and it looks like it's got the canceled postage on it. And then you have the option of different words in the circle. And this one is, I'll believe, what's it say? I'll never forget. And this set, I think this is Heidi Swapp. And I'll never forget, and I'm using Adventure. And you just put it in here. So it's kind of fun to play with because it was different. Okay. And so again, let me get a peek this way. Yeah, I thought it was all ready, and I didn't have my scrap paper here, or my actually scrap wax paper. So it's like I'm not getting all the words, but I'm getting all the words. They're just on my scrap paper, my little postcard thing. So I'm just kind of putting these little lines on it here and there. And again, it's like I just kept stamping until it looked like I ran out of ink. Okay, so that's how I did that. So it's a lot darker in here. So this one was just I did the lace. I don't even think I did any of the other stamping on there. I thought I did. It must have been on the other one, which I'm not even sure where it's at now. So that one is a Stampin' Up, and it's called Delicate Details, which is totally true. Okay, I think I'm not going to use that again, so let me just put that there. Okay, so then you have your little things that look like these, except for I didn't use the darker words, but you could totally do that. And oh, I guess I just used the postage one on here. Okay, so I have, you know, it's like you can make like whatever size you want. Okay, so I showed you that. Okay, and there was like the little library cards. Oh, I gotta move all my stuff here so I can still see what I'm doing here. I've got such a mess. Okay, and then since I was at it, I also made these little things that look like they're torn out of a little notepad. This one I punched, this one I have not punched yet, and I made 3 different colors, or 4 different colors actually. I did the orange, I did the red, I did a blue, and then I did a pink. And so I just used my knockout punch from it's from American Crafts. So that would look like that. And I'm sure everybody's seen one of these used. And I didn't get the very end. I think I'll not worry about it. Okay, I'll just tear that one off. But so then you can have these. Of those kind of things. And then they also have these tickets in there. And so I have one ticket stamp, and it's by it is by Graphic 45. It came with their World Fair stamps. And I have to say, I have the one sheet of stamps but this is the one I've used the most because I've used it for a lot of different things, for if the kids are at the fair or whatever. So, oh, here's one that I just made with different papers, and I think I did that in one of the other embellishment videos I made. And then I did one with blue on blue. I did black on blue. What is my black called? My black is called, oh, I don't have it out here. I think it's called Black Soot. And then I did one in pink on pink. And then I have some second generation ones also. So I have all those. I made a bunch of those. Okay, and well, you know, in one of my videos I've already made these, but it's like if you haven't seen that, you know, you can just do it with anything. I like to use pattern paper. I do not have any pattern paper out here. Oh, I do have this. Let's see, do I want to use that? I'll just use a piece of this here. But I'm sure you all know how to do this. But I'll just do one. So I have one in my kit, but I would do several. Actually, I just have that little tin out here with all of them in because I love them. So I did those. And then, oh, the little tab things. Where did I put those? I had 101 things here, and the one actually 3 must be missing. And so, anyway, I don't have those out here. Oh, yes, I do. They're right here in front of me. So I made a bunch of different sizes of those little tabs. And so like whatever you have, but again, I am using that We Are Memory Keeper one. So I've used, what size did I use? I think I must have them laying someplace else, but I've used like this size. I don't even know what I used. I'll put it down below because I think it was not that. Oh, it wasn't. It was this. It was Thinlits by Tim Holtz, and it was this collection here. Its number is 660060. And I got this one also on Amazon. Okay. So that's why it wasn't there. Okay, so I did all different sizes, and I did them in that coral color because I just had that scrap. I also did, I had this scrap piece of paper, and so I just punched the little, I used the knockout punch and did that like school punch or spiral punch. Also, let's see. Oh, some of the things that they had in here also besides those, they had like these little ticket type things. Now, I didn't have anything that looked anything like that. But these, I thought, well, they're pretty close. And they were from this Prima, and it was called Apricot something. I think just Apricot. I don't know, is it on here? It does not say on here. Oh, and the other thing, this was the branding strip from the Apricot thing, and it's got words on here. It makes your soul shine. I mean, you could use character, you could use become, I mean, you could use all that too. Because I just love those little things that you don't think of using, because a lot of the 49 and Market stuff are like things that you just kind of tuck in. And so I also had this one that it has 174 and 175, and this was also on that Prima thing. And let's see, okay. So there was lots of things on this Prima sheet. I'm hoping I was staying here long enough to show you, because I thought, okay, now it's got tags here. In this particular kit that I have, there was not actual tags. but I know some of them have tags in it. This actually looks very much like something you'd have on the 49 Market thing. I cut out the flowers, use that. And oh, this is my leftovers from doing the little slide things, which I thought, oh, that's cute too. So I just saved that. Maybe I'd cut it off and use this because it looks more even, or straighten that out. But so I saved that. And here's some of the little tickets. And I have to say that it does not, my ticket punch does not actually fit, but I think it looks good enough that you'd never know that it wasn't one that actually fit in there. And so that was one I did, pink on pink, or is that white paper? I can't even tell. It looks kind of pink today. I think it's my lighting. And then I have one here in blue. And then you have, after you do that one die, you actually have these little squares, just like you get in the 49 Market thing. So it's like, I thought, well, I would keep those because I've got that little piece of lace on there. I could totally put a butterfly on that, and that would be just a super cute embellishment, just like it is. Maybe add a little word. So I thought that'd be fine. There's always some butterflies in their kits, and these I had cut out of the, I think they're 2x2s, or I think they're 2x2s. They were from a Jen Hadfield collection where it's like they have squares that are a full sheet of 2x2s or 1x1s. I'm not sure what they are. So I did have butterflies, and also they always have like branches and flowers and stuff. So I was just gonna do a few branches, but then I got carried away. And so I have all these different green ones that I made. And this is like one of my favorite, where it's kind of an olive color. So I made those. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of all of them because they are just so pretty. And this is that Tim Holtz one die. Let's see. This is, let me tell you the number because it doesn't have a name. And it's 661206. And it has all those, which I love those. Those are like one of the things I had been looking for. And if you've seen the Winter's Day video, these would be perfect on there. And I couldn't find my paper that day. It was so funny. But I have found it since. But there they are in that homemade paper. And this is my favorite one. It's like, wouldn't that be awesome on a winter page, like the Winter's Day page? So I wish I would have had that, but I love how mine turned out. The Winter's Day turned out. I would just not mess with it at all. But I thought that was really pretty in that homemade paper. I mean, these are all so pretty in that homemade paper. Okay, and then I did some in the mulberry paper. Now this was so flimsy, I doubled it, and it's still, I mean, it's so flimsy that I don't know if it's worth trying to work with or not, but it's so pretty and so delicate. And so I did do some of that, and I'll let you know if I use it, because it might be impossible to use. I thought maybe these other ones were, but I doubled it when I punched it or ran it through the die cut machine, so they could maybe be used like if you doubled them. Some of them kind of stayed together. Okay, but here's my favorite thing. I took a piece of Mente paper that I had torn for the design of my layout, and so it was like the floral side that I used. And so I made these butterflies. Well, I made one butterfly because I just had that small piece, but all these different colors. This was the first one I did because it fit just this little corner that I had. And I love how that turned out. But look at that. I mean, it really turned out gorgeous. This one's kind of boring, but it was like the very edge. But it's like you could not see the floral enough to use it as the floral. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna run that through the die machine. And I love how they turned out. I mean, this is the first one I did, and I thought, whoa, yeah, I'm gonna finish that, doing more of those. And then this was like the second one I did. And I kind of had to do it little by little just because the piece I had was just kind of a torn scrap. So I did those. So that would be something that you would find in the 49 and Market Embellishments. Okay. And then the other thing, I have been, where's my little sample that I was going to have laying here? Oh, I think I used it to ink on. I did. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So, if I was using this to scrapbook, and is this my sample? No, it's not. Okay, the one that I inked on. Okay. If I was going to use this, and I decided that I wanted a torn piece of paper underneath it, I made a bunch of these where I just took a strip of paper that is totally, you know, like you get so many of, and just stitched down it. So I made some peach, I made some of this turquoise color, because you know how it's like every design you have, or any kit you have now, it has turquoise and coral, it seems like. But it's like, so I made them, I think, just under 6 inches. So there you have a piece that is torn and it's already sewn. So, and I've done these all at once, so I can just use them because they're already ready. I mean, look at what this color's perfect with it. Oh, maybe I had it laying on the side, because this one I made 4 inches. So I made some just under 4 inches and just under 6 inch, so that they could just be stitched and then torn and put in their place. So I will just put these in my embellishment things so that they're kind of all set to use. And then I had this little scrap left over from a layout I did, and I just cut it down because that way I have some of those like little vintage pieces that they always have in here, like this, but like the one I had in Winter's Day where it was actually torn. So I thought, okay, I've got this little piece, so I've saved that, and then I cut this down. Now this one I would probably only use it if I was going to cover it up, or if I had been to Charleston. But if you have one of those, like this little thing, you could just put it right on here and it looks like you took and stitched it already. So I love having this stuff that's already stitched. So I think that's all I was going to show you today. And I might take some of these and actually make embellishments with them, because I had pulled out, where's my little orange one? That was very orange. I don't know. Huh. I don't know what I did with it. Well, anyhow, I was thinking, I had all these little pieces here, and where's my little, boy, I have too much stuff on my desk, I can't see it. Oh, I had this one here, this little butterfly that I punched from a flower, and it's like, you can just take one of these. Well, I would definitely take the one that I punched because I like that little added detail. Put a leaf, maybe the flower, and then that little butterfly on there, and you've got, actually you got a whole embellishment. But I like the idea of these all being little separate things, because that way when I'm ready to work on it, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's my color, then it's all set to go. So that's it for today. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. I hope you try some of these ideas, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.